Welcome to the podcast. This is Brothers by Law. We are your host, Jeffrey Stiff,
Thomas Bowman.
and we're just gonna dive right on in. This is our first podcast ever, so
Yeah, this is exciting.
we probably spent a good month and a half just trying to just figure this all thing out.
Oh yeah, random chats on Discord. Oh, let's do this. Let's do this. We should do this.
Yeah, I think Discord sounded like the best when we were doing our tests, but actually recording it that was hard.
Yeah, we did that one time we were trying to record, and that was sort of a pain. But we weren't in the same room at that time.
No,
we were different
locations altogether.
locations. Which, yeah, I was trying to go off my laptop with a headset. Which
At one point it did sound pretty good.
well, that was when I was on my phone. I think
Is that what it was?
I had it on my phone, and it was okay, but I couldn't record anything personally.
Okay.
So I think that's where the big issue was.
Oh.
But
But like eventually, like I remember you tried connecting the computer. It worked for a second, but then it didn't, and we were like, well, we might have to record it in like one spot.
yeah, that's basically. But then I got that computer now set up, so it should be able to work a lot better. Should.
Yeah.
Haven't tried
we're
yet.
still working on like different like equipments and stuff. So this is gonna be like our first try to see if this equipment actually works. And
Yeah.
we'll probably come up with something different.
And our
eventually.
little intro.
Our intro tune,
Intro. Yeah, we got.
which we still gotta work on the song.
Yeah, I mean, I've tried a couple. I haven't really messed with it for a while. I've been busy with
Life.
D&D stuff. Yeah, live D&D stuff. I would say live. No,
D&D's life.
working on D&D stuff.
This guy, I've been working on Air Force stuff. The video.
Yeah.
Did you see that?
I watched
posted
that. That was
it.
pretty good.
Alright.
That's good. There's like a lot of work there.
I was like, I was cringing about it because I was like, oh, it's not my best. And there's a lot of areas I was like, that sucks. I can't seem to fix it, but it sucks.
That's me.
There's like
Okay.
one clip. I had a 3D model of the KC-46 aircraft, and it was a terrible model, but I wanted to use it so badly. So there's a scene in the intro where it's really dark and you can't really see it. That was me trying to hide its flaws, but still see the silhouette of this thing. I was like, man, I really want this 3D model. I want it to look cool, but I couldn't seem to salvage it, and I didn't have time to replace it. So I was like, well, that's what you got. Sorry.
Nah, it's still a good video though. I mean, and what was that like? What was it? I mean, really for? Like, was it trying to be like?
Oh, there's an event that we were having. They call it
Okay.
the Knuckle Buster. So maintainers kind of get together and they nominate who they think is a really good worker.
Okay, so it was just sort of like a.
It was a little
Event
video that they
show.
show. They're like, hey, this is what maintainers do.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I don't think I follow the criteria exactly because I've never been to one of those events before. And they were just like, yeah, you just, make a video. And I was like, of what? Like, maintainers. I was like, all right. And then it was like the last 2 days into editing. I was watching. I was like, I think I figured out what they wanted, and this wasn't it.
Well, there's a lot of work in there.
It's too late. It's
They
already
better
in there.
enjoy it.
So next year, if they ask me to do it, I'll think I'll
You get a better
I'll
idea. I
love
mean,
it.
you've done.
Yeah.
You'll have a better idea. Yeah. It's their own fault. They didn't give you enough advice to go off of. They're just like, hey, just make a video.
Yeah. Yeah, I got another video I got to do start of next year.
Yeah.
Well, got to do. I don't exactly know if I'm doing it, but they asked me if I would be willing to do the video. I was like, sure. But
Yeah.
a lot of these things end up changing. Like a lot of times, they're like, oh yeah, we're not doing that anymore. I'm like, oh, okay. Well,
Yeah.
I was
That's
here
how
if you
it goes.
needed me.
Yeah.
I'm here for moral support.
Yeah. That's a lot of work doing video stuff, man. Never. I mean, I tried to do some.
I was like, you did a
Videos.
couple like food videos at one point,
and those were just sort of like it was off my laptop, so it really wasn't nothing good.
yeah,
I
but
would
you
love
like
to do
dumped
some-
cereal. It was the weirdest cereal. You're like, oh, that was
That's
all
Sour
right.
Patch Kid cereal. Yeah, I did a couple of those. So I really want to get into doing like videos, but I'm not good at doing the record. I don't know.
It's one of those
Like that
things you
stuff.
just kind of have to dive into, and you'll suck for like years, but it's okay.
Well,
That's
like
how-
I want
that's
like
how
the
it
whole
begins.
cool setup, like doing all those crazy challenges and trying
Oh,
all this
yeah.
different stuff. We've talked about the videos I'd like to do. That's the type of stuff. Which we get a bunch of viewers listen to this podcast.
Start doing that.
That's what we can do. That's an incentive to get more people.
The
on.
challenges.
We're gonna do stupid stuff on video.
So if anybody out there is wondering, our podcast is going to basically consist of just nerdy stuff.
Oh, yeah, we're
lot
doing
of tech in general,
Yeah.
but we're talking about games. Probably D&D occasionally because you're talking about doing a lot of that stuff. I mean, you
I
do
got
that
a lot.
stuff.
I
but
do.
There's a live event that we're gonna be doing here. What?
It's
2 weeks?
actually
3
yeah.
weeks?
Hopefully, I need to figure out. I want to have like 3 or 4 people, so I need people that are going to commit, and they're going to be when we do these live ones. They're going to be long.
Yeah.
It's not going to be like an hour or two. It's going to be like 7 or more hours.
Yeah. So it's just gonna be live.
It's going to be live. I need to figure out. I got the story in my head. I know what I want, but I got to create. Everything still. Work on the maps.
Just record it and then put like sound effects in there afterwards.
That's another thing I want to do, be able to get sound effects.
7
and
hours
stuff.
of sound effects. Oh boy.
Yeah.
That'll be a long project.
And then getting like an area set up, having some cameras. So I want to get multiple views of what you guys
yeah, I
are
remember
looking
you
at.
talking about that, and I was like, I don't know where he's getting all these cameras, but all right.
Yeah, well, I got a couple, webcams and stuff. I mean, it's not gonna be greatest quality right away, but
I mean, anytime you're streaming, you're not gonna get good quality.
yeah, it's just an idea.
it's
I'm not
professional.
sure if I'm gonna be able to do it for the event, but it's definitely an idea I really want to put into action.
Okay.
The event, if anything, I'll just do some 24 hours of streaming video games like I've done before. But if I can get that set up to where I think I'll be able to get it going, I'll definitely try and do that. The D&D stuff, the long.
Yeah, you're gonna have to let me know how that goes.
Yes.
I'm not entirely sure how that goes, but I've seen some people like do it. I'm like, oh, that's kind of cool. How do they do that? I want to know.
Yeah, well, they have a lot of professional stuff out there where they're recording with camera, like actual cameras.
Yeah.
There's camera people.
Well, I know there's you can buy. So I know this company, Blackmagic.
Mm-hmm.
I have a couple of their stuff, but they have this box that you can take different video inputs and you can switch between which source you want to view.
Oh.
But they're expensive, so.
Yeah, I'm not in that spot yet.
we're not that rich.
Eventually.
But I do know that's what a lot of professionals use, for TV and stuff. So.
Yeah. Now, I mean, I got to work it out a lot. I've been trying to get it figured out, but on top of just work, school, another D&D campaign.
Yeah, when you said this morning you were
going.
doing homework, I was like, oh, I'm bothering him.
It wasn't bothering me.
No,
I
I
just
know.
getting some homework done.
It's just hard to do homework and message at the same time, at least for me. I'm like,
I was just sort of pretending to read a chapter. So it was
pretending.
Okay. But yeah, back to the podcast. So yeah, we're just going to be talking about this and that, a lot of tech, game-wise, nerdy stuff. Eventually we'll hit some more serious topics or just whatever, if anything really fancies our triggers our brains or whatever, we'll go into that. If we get questions and stuff from people, maybe we'll jump down a rabbit hole with one of those questions.
Yeah.
It's really going to really depend on just sort of how it goes.
So I just realized something. You're wearing a Nintendo 64 shirt. Did you do that on purpose?
I did.
Okay.
Because
I looked at your shirt and I looked at mine. I was like, I didn't prep up for the vacation.
Because one of the first things we want to talk about is the Nintendo Switch.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a huge Nintendo fanboy, always have been. It's been a great system. I mean, they've been a great line of systems and products and games. So I think Nintendo Switch,
so
is a great first topic for us.
jumping on being a fan, I
Mhm.
actually have not been much of a fan.
Ooh.
So, okay.
Ouch.
I like the GameCube,
Okay.
and that was pretty much it. Like the N64, I didn't own. I had a PlayStation.
Uh-huh.
And my friends had an N64, and they were kind of cool, but I never actually owned it, so I never got any games for it, so I never became a fan.
Okay.
I had the GameCube, I absolutely loved it. But then they went the Wii route, and I was like, where's my controller? Why do you got these Wii
Yeah.
remotes? And then I hadn't been a fan since the Switch, so
Okay.
the Switch is actually pretty decent. I mean, I like their portable stuff.
Yeah.
I always said their portable consoles are pretty amazing. But
Well-
console, just home consoles, I was like, eh.
I think I've been through about basically every video game console out there besides the new Xbox. That is the only one I have not owned at
What's
some
Xbox
point in
One
my
or
life.
Xbox One X?
Xbox. Well, anything after Xbox 360
Yeah, gotcha.
on Microsoft I have not owned. Not that I don't care for Xbox. I think Xbox is more aimed towards multiplayer. They don't
Yeah.
have a lot of single player games. I like the more single player games. So I think that at PlayStation, Sony, they really have a good grasp on the single player games.
The Xbox One's weird because it seemed it never found its little niche.
Yeah.
It's in that awkward little limbo phase, but I think the next consoles will probably fix that.
Yeah, the next John, I think the next row of consoles are gonna be great. I think Nintendo's still holding out for a few more years.
And that's the weird thing about Nintendo because they showed up in this generation a little late.
Yeah, I think they're sort of killing this generation though.
Yeah, but yeah,
Of course, yeah, PlayStation.
PlayStation
5
was definitely
and
kicking butt at the very beginning.
yeah, I mean PlayStation definitely took hold of the beginning. But then the Switch came out, and I think the Switch
but that was
just
like
blew
what,
it out the water.
4 years into its life cycle. So
Yeah,
I mean, it's already slowing down. It's in this weird little phase where the next generation of consoles are gonna come out, and then probably like 5 or 7 years later, the next Nintendo will be.
I think they're waiting.
Nintendo's just like
a
that
few more
half-year cycle
yeah.
thing now.
They just sort of at their point throwing out whenever they get it ready. But PlayStation 5 is coming out 2020 holidays. I think Scorpion.
That's official?
Yes, that's official.
Okay.
They're
I've been seeing like official
they
releases,
are
but I haven't actually read them
officially aiming. They're officially aiming for 2020 holidays.
yet. Okay.
I ever heard too much about the Xbox. So was it Scorpion? I don't
know what the code name is.
I can't remember what I can't. It may be. It may not be. I'm not. Like I said, I just haven't really.
I think Scorpion was the Xbox One code name, wasn't it?
I don't remember.
Or is it Scarlet?
Scarlet. I haven't really paid too much attention to Xbox, just because, like I said, the fact that I'm more in for the single player games, and I think, like I said, PlayStation really holds that title.
Yeah.
But anyways, back to Nintendo. I mean, the NES and the Super NES when I was in daycare way back in the day. I mean, they had 2 TVs, one with the NES, one with the Super NES, and I mean, we're going back and forth with those 2 consoles, playing the Marios and the Zelda games.
So during your daycare, it was the NES and Super NES.
Yes.
My daycare was the Sega Genesis.
See, I had the Sega Genesis at home at that time too, playing Sonic and all that, and that stupid dot game. I can't remember, that little red dot guy. It was like a 7-Up game or something. It's like a 7-Up just logo character game or something. It was so fun though.
So talking about NES and Super NES, right?
Mhm.
So Nintendo came out with their new Super NES selection of games for the online portion.
Yes,
Have you touched any of them, or
I have.
Do you like it? Or?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean,
I was curious. Like,
it's
you,
hard for
You
me-
growing up with those, I was like, well, maybe he really
It's-
likes it, or
I always have a hard time replaying old games nowadays, just for the fact that I'm so used to newer graphics.
yeah.
And I do like the nostalgia of playing these games, but it's so hard for me to stay with them. That's my issue.
Fair enough.
But
What I kind of hated about it was, well, I didn't. It's not like I hate it, but like, they have the regular version, and then they have the special version.
yeah,
And the special version basically has everything unlocked, or you're like, there's something special about it that kind of makes it less.
I
of a
haven't
game.
messed with those too much. I think it's more or less like things are unlocked, or there's different modes, or it's sort of maybe how easier to beat or something.
Yeah, typically I jump. I wasn't sure what they were, so I jump on one of them, and I just noticed like Metroid, you had like everything. I was like, that's weird.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so it's just make it easier to beat.
Yeah, it's just kind of like show you what you can do in the game.
Yeah. That
And I
ain't
was like,
bad.
no, they just. For my initial thought was, what is this? This isn't Metroid. Why are you giving me everything? Give me like the regular version.
Yeah.
And then I saw that there's 2 versions, so I was like, oh, okay. I don't really know why they released 2 different versions, but
Yeah, but they just. I
Yep.
guess they happen.
wish
Yeah,
they'd
it
give
makes
us
no
Pokemon.
sense. Yeah. Where they
GameCube,
give
come on.
Game
Or
Boy.
Game Boy, just
Yeah,
like
give me
all
Game
the
Boy.
Pokemon games.
Well, they got the Pokemon Eevee and Pikachu, which is basically a Pokemon Yellow remake. They don't, they say
Yeah.
it's like a different game, but it's basically a remake. They can't hide it. It's the exact same game.
I couldn't get into that one.
I
Like, it looked kind of
enjoyed
cool, and I probably could enjoy. I just couldn't like tell myself to throw. What were they talking about? $60, $40,
yeah.
and I was like, maybe like 20. I'll put 20
Wait now. But gosh, it's so hard to wait for Nintendo Switch games to drop down because they haven't.
Oh yeah, they don't.
They're still
They hold their value.
years old and $60. I mean,
it's always been that way though.
yeah. I mean, I could buy a PlayStation game brand new, and then a month later sell it for they'll sell it for $20. Right?
Yeah.
Trying to sell it back to GameStop, it's $3. Do a Nintendo Switch game, 5 months later, it's still $60, and you can still sell it for 30 some bucks at GameStop.
Yeah, that's
They-
why I'm all about Steam sales. Give it like
Yeah.
a month, and it's gonna be on sale. Don't worry.
Yeah, but
Although Amazon's been pretty good about sales.
I don't really watch
I
too
bought
much on
most
Amazon.
of my $60 games for $40 from Amazon.
It's not bad. I just wait a few months and go to GameStop. Though some of the games I really want to play just don't drop.
Yeah.
And then it's like, come on, I want to play that game. Like there's that One Piece World Seeker that came out.
Oh, that's 3D, right?
That's PlayStation.
Well, I mean, like the characters are 3D.
Yeah, and it's like an actual RPG. Okay. Or not, I don't know if they say RPG.
I think I've seen gameplay. I couldn't remember if that's the version I'm thinking of, but.
But last time I went and looked for it, it was still like a $50 game, and that had been out for months. I was like, really? Any other game would have dropped down to like $30-$40 already, but it's just what it is.
Huh. Yeah. So how do you feel about your Nintendo?
The Switch or just Nintendo in general?
I guess we'll go talk about Nintendo in general, and then we'll get into the Switch specific.
So I love Nintendo. I think Nintendo is. See, you got PlayStation and Xbox, which are like the big console war thing. And the way I see it, Xbox more for multiplayer, PlayStation's more single player. Then you got the PC Master Race, and then you got Nintendo, which is like.
So you don't even put them like on the same playing field, or
no?
Okay.
Nintendo is like off in its own world. PC Master Race, they're above everybody, and then you got the console wars. Then you got Nintendo over here, just doing its thing. Like they can just do a game with their name brand characters that everybody loves, and everybody's gonna buy it. That's the thing. Nintendo is just like a family name.
Yeah.
That's the way I see it. It is a family name. It is gonna be in pretty much every household. Like there's gonna be Nintendo in like every household.
Do you think Nintendo will ever be like a Sega, where they just make games?
I don't know.
So I always thought it'd be cool if Nintendo just made games.
They would.
I was like, Nintendo makes really good games.
They do.
They aren't the best at making consoles. They come up with cool ideas. I'll give them that.
Yeah.
But like, there's a lot of flaws. I kind of was like, well, Nintendo, you could have done a lot better in that area.
Yeah, and the Switch is definitely a big. We sort of discussed how I thought the flaws were. One of my personal flaws were with the Switch. Now you can go back through generations. I mean, the 64 controller. I love the 64. It is my favorite console of all time, just because I have so much nostalgia with the 64. The controller was a pain in the butt. I don't know if we're gonna swear on this.
I wasn't sure originally, so I just kind of censored myself earlier. I was like, well, we'll talk about that later.
Halfway going through there, like, anyways, yeah, the controller was a pain.
Yeah.
Like, the Z button way down there is like 3 handles.
I remember as a kid, I was really confused about the controller.
But I love the system so much. I think my biggest issue with Nintendo has been the controllers.
Yes.
I know, because like then the GameCube, that controller was okay.
And the Joy-Cons are like, what are they, $70, right?
The Joy-Cons, yeah, they're still like $70 to get the pair of Joy-Cons on the Switch.
I don't get it.
It is ridiculous expensive. The wireless controllers are like $50-$60. You can buy a wired one for like $20, and they're okay, but they're noisy. The buttons are noisy. But then, then the Wii came out, and the Wii, putting its foot forward, Nintendo just taking a leap into like motion sensing and stuff. And I think, like we talked again earlier, I think Nintendo really sort of pushed the VR and the motion, because like no one else really messed with it so much. But then they're like, hey, here's our whole system.
Yeah.
Though I hated the Wii. I love their push towards being new and doing something great, but I've beat every Zelda game out there besides the one on the Wii.
That I remember which one was Wii exclusive.
The Skyward Sword.
Oh yeah, that one hasn't been ported, is it?
Yeah, that's the only one that's not been ported. And it's the only Zelda game I have not beat because I hated the Wii controllers.
Fair enough.
But then the Wii U came out, and that was sort of like it was okay. I wasn't like really.
Wii U is basically basically the Switch, but just like a downgraded version.
Yeah. And now they got the Switch, and the Switch is just like this. I don't know. Like I have my there are things I don't care for about the Switch, but I still think it's like one of the best Nintendo consoles out there. It's definitely up there in consoles right now as well, just because it's accessible. It's got some great games.
Yeah.
It's new. They're doing things that no one else is doing.
At least not doing well, if they are doing.
I mean, you can put it on the dock and you can play on your, with a controller, or you take it
Which
with
is really
you,
cool.
or you got the Joy-Cons for motion control stuff. You know, what they got like 4 or 8 player games and stuff like that. You could have. Like, well, I know for sure 4 player, up to 4
Yeah,
player.
I think you
8
can go
player
to
you can
8.
do. I think if you have multiple switches. I don't know how. I haven't really messed with doing like
I
Smash
remember
Bros. Or
there's
anything like that.
certain games I think had more than 4 players, but I never actually saw how that worked.
Yeah, I've not really. But I mean, I know like the GameCube, you had adapters to plug in where the controllers were, so you can have like 8 people playing the
Yeah.
GameCube for like Smash Bros. And stuff. So I'm assuming you can set it up some way like that. I haven't looked into that either, but I definitely think the Switch is up there in the consoles right now. It's definitely my favorite currently. I've been playing it a lot.
So for me, like Nintendo, I think their peak was probably around the Super Nintendo. So N64, pretty awesome. I love the games. For the ones I did play, I wasn't really a fan or anything at the time, but the one thing that they completely lacked in was obviously the CD, which really hurt them, especially in disc size and everything. Like PlayStation ended up dominating in that area because of that.
Yeah, they
ended up losing
stuck
some
with
games because of it.
The cartridge for a while.
Yeah,
they finally went to the
went during the GameCube. They finally went to the disc. It wasn't even a full size disc.
Tiny disc. That's so weird.
Tiny disc.
Tiny disc.
I love that console, but I never understood why they went with a tiny disc.
Yeah, I don't know.
I was like, because like if it was just the regular size disc, they could put so much more information on there, but they cut it down by so much that it really just, I think it hindered their console. I know a lot of people are into it. I actually thought it was pretty cool. I didn't own one, but the whole motion controls and actually playing like Wii Sports, that's pretty much it for me. It was Wii Sports. But I did know people who played Legend of Zelda, the Skyward Sword, and all the other ones. I was like, that's actually not too bad. They utilized the motion controls pretty good. But again, their console was lacking in graphics. Because like around the time 1080 was like kicking off. Yeah. And Wii was like not even hitting that. Yeah. It was starting to look dated. And then the Wii U came out, and it still was lacking in the graphics.
Yeah, they didn't really upgrade that too much.
And I was like, I love their games, but their consoles are just lacking in that power. And the Switch, love that thing to death. But then I look at my phone, I'm like, you have a bigger form factor than like a phone, and you still can't push this. I don't know about you, but mine was actually kind of loud.
Your Switch?
Yeah. Like certain games, like you can hear that fan just going.
Oh, I haven't had too many. I think I've noticed it before, but not as on many games. But the thing with the Switch, though, when you're having it handheld, they definitely dumb the graphics down on a lot of games. But when it's on the dock, it's different.
It's different, yes, but I still think it's lacking.
It just really depends.
I had to look up some specs. A lot of them still can't hit 1080. Yeah. A lot of them will hit close, like 900. Yeah. I think it's a weird resolution. I think some of them does hit 1080, but where there's other consoles are starting to hit 4K, it's like, oh, you're kind of...
They're like, still back there.
Like, it's not like some of those games are really graphically intensive. Like Stardew Valley. I mean, does it need to be in 4K? No. But
it could be.
It could have been. And like, there's other games that are on the Switch that could have probably easily pushed that 4K.
I was looking into reviews for Mortal Kombat since they ported that Switch, and I heard basically just don't get it because of stuff like issues like that. Like, just don't get it.
So like, I always thought the console's lacking, but the games are pretty phenomenal. I think the games pretty much make up for it.
Yeah, I mean, like the Nintendo only games, you're not gonna get those anywhere else. Amazing. The ports, and they're doing a pretty decent job with the ports of older games, stuff like that.
Surprisingly, yes.
The issue we're gonna have with the games is gonna be the ones that are from like the computer, like The Witcher 3 coming out. That's not gonna look as good as the PlayStation or the computer.
I'm hoping it will surprise me.
I'm hoping to, but with the reviews I've seen with the Mortal Kombat, I'm not expecting anything.
So I know I'm gonna be disappointed.
The Witcher 3, that was one of my favorite games. So
I played on the PC. So I know I'm gonna be disappointed regardless. So
I've played on the PC. I've played on the PlayStation 4, which PlayStation 4 is definitely a step down from the PC. Yeah, it's still good though. So I just imagine the Switch is going to be stepped down from that, and it's going to be a little disappointing. I'm hoping they can try to make it work, and I just know it's going to be one of those games you're really not going to be able to play handheld. It's just, you could, it's just not going to be as good, graphic wise.
We'll see. I know they've been kind of pushing a lot better recently, especially with like the Switch Lite.
Yeah.
Because they talked about changes in performance. So I'm hoping newer updates help with that. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. We want to talk about
the
updates.
Switch. The Switch has probably been one of my favorite Nintendo consoles.
Yeah. But we want to talk about updates. The Switch needs to do some updates for like streaming. There's no streaming capability. I mean, I'm talking like you want to stream to Twitch or stream.
Yeah, it's funny because I know Xbox and PlayStation do have it.
Yeah, PlayStation.
And at the time, I was like, I don't entirely get it, but now I get it because it's definitely changed a lot. Like,
yeah,
from when Xbox and PlayStation came out, I think streaming was kind of still in its infancy, but now it's like it's starting to really boom.
Oh, it's big. It's everywhere.
Yeah,
and the fact that Nintendo hasn't,
like even just like in dock mode, just stream up. That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah. I mean, I sort of get they're a little more, they don't want their stuff. I mean, I know they're very tight with their copyright stuff.
Especially on YouTube.
But, I mean, people are going to stream. They're going to find a way. We can still stream on the Switch, but you have to buy a capture card, have it on the computer, like just cut out the middleman.
But even if you were to stream it, you don't even know if it'll stay up.
Yeah.
Because Nintendo might strike that down.
Exactly.
Although
I have seen a lot of videos on there, Nintendo games being,
so
streamed.
They can get away with it?
I think they let them do it.
Okay.
I've watched a lot of videos.
I know they're a little picky about it, and I think they have a partnership on YouTube. But if you're not part of that partnership, I don't think you can.
Yeah, I'm 100% sure on it. I haven't looked into any of that. I just know, like, come on, get with the times. Let the streaming happen. That's going to get your, people are going to love to stream the Switch games. Mario Kart and Smash Bros. Tournaments and stuff. People are going to love to stream that. And that's going to bring you in more people buying this stuff. That's just, that's one good thing about streaming. People watch that, like, oh, that's a cool game. I want that. Okay, I'll buy it.
So I'm personally not really into watching streams, but I have started to kind of like get into it a little bit.
Yeah.
And recently I actually streamed with a buddy of mine on Minecraft. That was actually pretty fun.
Oh, yeah, dude, Minecraft is a big one for streaming. Yeah. I was doing a Red Dead, I was trying to do a Red Dead 2 stream on my PlayStation. And I was just having issues at the time with internet getting it into a right spot where I could do it without the Wi-Fi lagging or whatever.
Yeah.
So I think I finally ran a wire, Ethernet, however you want to pronounce it.
I say Ethernet, but you can say it however you want.
I finally ran one from our router to my room where I have all my gaming and stuff. So.
Oh, did you run it under the carpet?
I ran against the wall.
Okay.
I bought a long one. I just ran against the wall. It's not pretty. I need to fix it up. It's not pretty. I just haven't got the time to pretty it up. I just sort of did it to make sure I got the right length. But I got tons to spare. I was going to go under the house, but I didn't feel like going under there.
Yeah, your house shouldn't be too bad. I mean, I don't know. I haven't actually looked under there, so maybe it's more sketchy than I thought.
Yeah. but yeah, I just ran across. I'm going to, one of these days I'll make it look pretty. So then I can just I'm going to just move the cable from wherever I'm using on the computer to the PlayStation, and I'll probably go ahead and try and redo that.
So, you downloading games through Wi-Fi is slow, right?
Yeah, we have...
I mean, Wi-Fi has always been kind of slow, but...
Yeah, well, we have AT&T. We don't have the fiber yet because it's not in our area. Which, as soon as it is,
it's very finicky.
Yeah. But we don't have any cable or anything, so we've been just streaming now. So our Wi-Fi is used up by streaming all the time. So download speeds with Wi-Fi, it's just slow. And it's like when I had the computer trying to download stuff off the Wi-Fi on the computer, like Stardew Valley took like hours upon hours. So, yeah.
Yeah, no, I feel you.
The
reason why I asked, because like I know my 3DS, my new 3DS, it always was a little slow on downloading, just like in general, like.
Yeah.
And I never had like really slow Wi-Fi because like I downloaded stuff on my phone, it was fine. But like on the Switch, I could tell it was like, oh, it's a little extra slow. I don't think their Wi-Fi chips inside their consoles are really that powerful.
Yeah, I haven't looked. I don't know what they actually have in there for that, but I think it's probably not the greatest.
My wife's Switch actually downloads faster than mine, every single time.
Oh, and she got the newer one?
No, she got the same one.
Oh.
I don't know why.
Well, I mean,
every time we download stuff, I'm like, oh, I got like 2 hours. She's like, I got an hour and a half. I was like, really?
Huh.
Like, how is yours
That's-
always downloading
we have-
faster than mine?
I just bought my wife one for a late anniversary, early Christmas present. Got her one. We haven't really messed with like downloading stuff on there really to see, but I think I might try that. Find like a cheap game to buy and just to see if there's a difference in the download speeds on there. So I think hers is not like the new one that came out, like the newer Switch, but I mean it's definitely a newer.
It's a newer model.
Not the not the new model that just came out, but a newer model, like an upper, better model.
Yeah,
than
because
what
at
I
one
got.
point they took the regular Switch and changed like the chipset inside of it. Right?
Yeah.
And you can't buy the older ones now.
Yeah, I don't think so. No. And then they just sent out the newer one with the Switch Lights. They threw out the Switch Lights and they threw out the new model Switch, which is a little bigger and I don't know, it's not a little bigger, but it's got a longer battery. It's got I think better.
I know it's better. Like it's just overall performance.
Yeah,
I don't think
Yeah.
it's faster though. I could be wrong.
Don't know. So I haven't. It'd be interesting to like actually see one and compare.
The Switch Lite.
Well, the Switch, the one the Switch Lite, and then the newer model.
So the
Switch.
newer version of the non-Lite is supposedly faster. Supposedly, like I haven't actually
Supposedly.
seen one. Yeah, so I saw a couple of YouTube videos, someone actually showing like the difference, and I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. Like it actually is performance. But the one thing is the newer one you can't, as of now, you can't mod it.
Yeah.
But it's not like I've
But
modded mine
Nintendo
anyways.
has been just like and that's the Nintendo. It's so easy to mod, but you can't update anything ever because then
Yeah.
you're screwed. That's just
I've
that's
been
how
wanting to
Nintendo.
mod mine so bad.
I have debated it a few times. I've modded the Wii so many
Yeah.
times. I've had so many modded Wiis just because like it's. But yeah, then it's Switch. I mean, you can, but it's always just like if it doesn't update
The Wii or the Wii U?
the Wii.
Okay, I wasn't sure. I was like, because I know you weren't a fan of the Wii, so I was like, well.
Well, no, I mean I had them.
You had them, but just didn't like.
I
them.
had one. I modded it.
Okay.
And like you can buy them cheap nowadays. I remember we bought one at one point because we got drunk and we were like, oh man, we want to play Mario Kart. So we had our friend take us up to get a Wii from GameStop for $40 so we could play Mario Kart.
It's not bad.
No.
It's a movie
And that was
ticket
that
right
was a
there.
few years ago. So I'm
Yeah.
sure it's probably $40, $30 to
Get
buy a
on
Wii.
eBay.
And then they're
Probably
so
not too cheap.
easy to mod.
They've always been easy. I modded my 3DS so many times.
Oh yeah,
Love
on
that
a
thing.
3DS too. But yeah, you an update though.
Yeah, I've been debating about the Switch. I was like, oh man, it'd be so cool to have some of these old games on there, or play PlayStation games or something.
Yeah. So I guess while we're in the negatives of the Switch, about those Joy-Cons,
Yeah,
they're expensive.
They're expensive.
$70
and they suck.
still. I think they're too small. I mean,
Yeah,
you get
so-
used to them, but I just think when they're a little too small for me.
Yeah.
Handheld is fine. I'm talking like when you have them disconnected
You're
from there, and
holding
you're
'em?
using them, like holding them for like Mario Kart
that,
or whatever.
That right one. I hate that right one.
Yeah.
I think people have brought it up, like how they don't like where the joystick is, and I agree. It's
Yeah, it is sort of an awkward place. Like you're trying to play Mario Kart with those, and you gotta hold them sideways, or like even when we were playing like Overcooked, it's so hard using those controllers because they're so tiny. Like it's nice when it's in handheld mode,
yeah.
but other than that, like the Joy Cons are too small.
And I've been wanting to buy pro controllers, but they're expensive,
They are.
and I don't get it.
You
so
can
actually,
buy you can buy the wired ones for $20, and they're okay.
Yeah,
They work
no,
fine,
but
they're
who wants
noisy.
wired ones?
They're noisy though.
Are
There's
they
some
really?
the buttons. Like I bought an official Nintendo wired controller, and that button, it's like the cheapest
it's
made.
like a mechanical keyboard.
Yeah. Click, 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 click. It's like, I'm sorry. I'm not gonna drop like
So
50,
the trick
60 bucks
I
for
did is I bought a special USB adapter that allows you to hook up. I want to say any controller. I couldn't get the Xbox one to work, but I know it has the option. But I basically took our old Wii U Pro controller and connected it up to the Switch.
Ooh.
So like on dock mode, that's how I have it. We have the Pro controller from the Wii U.
I'll have to trust it. Find something like that. 'Cause
Yeah.
I got all the PlayStation controllers.
I think it was
That'd
like
be perfect.
$40, which is a little pricey. It's probably cheaper now.
Like,
but
Buy a
like,
wired.
I didn't have to
You
buy a
can
controller,
pro
and I have to
controller.
spend like $80-$70 for a controller. So
I
was
think
like,
those pros are like 50, 60. I'm
Are
not
they?
sure. I think they're. I know the Xbox ones are expensive. I think the Switch Switch ones are like 50, 60.
But I thought that was kind of cool. I was like, huh, so I can use any controller with
That
the
is a
Switch
cool-
now?
that is a cool- That is
Like,
cool.
that's awesome, because in my opinion, Xbox nailed it when it came to
Controller.
controller. And I was like, man, if Nintendo just needs to look at that controller and give me something like
See,
that.
I haven't really messed with the new Xbox controllers. I do like the PlayStation controller. I think it's a lot more comfortable. I mean, it just
the same thing.
when you look at the
PlayStation,
Xbox
though.
controller, it looks like it's a big fat, can be hard to carry. You know,
Yeah,
The PlayStation, it just like it's like it's made for your hands. It looks like it's appealing look wise, it looks more appealing for like comfortability. Like I think that's gonna be a comfortable controller.
Yeah,
That's my opinion. And then I just sort of am more on PlayStation side, so I'm more used to the PlayStation controller.
yeah. Nintendo's just been stuck on this nunchuck look since the Wii.
Yeah.
Like
It
they
is this
just
tiny
they won't
little-
go away with it, and they keep getting smaller.
Yeah.
Like,
If they were a little bit bigger, I think it'd be great. But I mean, when it's in handheld mode, it's nice. It's great.
it's nice, yes. When you're like playing around, but then when you
As
remove
long-
it,
yeah, and as long as you don't get that dreaded joystick,
the drag.
the drag, yeah, which I've had to.
Okay, what really angered me, Mario Party in particular.
Oh,
You cannot play with a Pro controller.
yeah, no, you have to use Joy-Cons.
That and they have to be removed. You can't have them docked in. So like when I first bought it, I went on deployment. I was like, oh cool, I'm gonna play my Mario Party, in handheld mode. Nope, I have to disconnect the controller, hold the screen in front of me, and then play.
Yep.
It was so awkward. It's like why did you do that? And after that, I was like, man, I hate these controllers. They're
Yeah.
gonna cause all kinds of
I mean,
issues.
I don't know. I'm yes and no with them because you have that little controller it comes with that you put the Joy-Cons in.
Oh yeah, I don't even use that.
I do.
Oh, you do?
If I'm playing it, like if I'm on the treadmill. My
okay.
treadmill's not facing a TV, so what I do is I take the Joy-Cons off the Switch console, take it off the dock, and you put it on the treadmill, and I use that little controller because I don't want to walk with it. I can't I can't walk and focus on the thing. But
So
if
you have
it's
a little-
if it's off to the side, I can hold that controller and pay attention. So I got a game to play while I'm walking on a treadmill. I don't know, for whatever reason, I can't hold the whole screen
Oh.
and walk at the same time.
So you just put it like
Yeah.
in front of you and go,
For
okay.
whatever reason, it's easier for me to walk with like a controller and staring at a screen compared to like having the whole thing right there. Maybe because I can actually sort of look away and not just be completely focused. I don't know what it is, but I love that thing just for that. Anything else, I really don't care for. I use my.
I think if it let the controllers dock a little differently there, I think it'd be better. Because like I don't the straight up and down thing. It just feels kind of awkward. I wish it was slightly slanted or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not sure how they could. Maybe they should just reconfigure the Joy-Cons altogether, and maybe that would fix
that'd
everything
probably-
about it. But I know
Yeah.
like you can get like mods, like little attachments that kind of help.
Oh yeah, then you
give it
can
actual
like.
hand grips.
I've seen a lot of 3D printed stuff too. People.
Smart. I was like, oh,
It
I
is.
like that.
It's great. Then God, what else? Voice chat on there.
But they have the app, right?
Yeah, which is the dumbest thing in the world. You have an adapter for headphones. I mean, how hard is it to be able to? I mean, I know the online didn't come out right away. It came out later,
Yeah.
and so there really wasn't a need for it. But you knew it was going to come out. Why not put that in there? Why
The
not
voice
implement
chat?
the voice chat and not have us download a stupid app that doesn't work?
Well, like,
I mean, I don't know, but I've messed with that app once.
I remember sitting there comparing the Switch with the PlayStation Vita,
Yeah,
and the Vita just had like everything,
yeah.
like straight from the get go. And the Switch, like I was like, man, like this is a newer console, and you're lacking certain features. Like
Yeah.
I don't know. I personally wouldn't use voice chat, but it would be nice because I think the few times we have like played together, I know my brother and I have played together a few times, but like we had to like call each other on our phones.
Yeah, because you have that stupid app, and you have to be on that app, and you have to talk on that app, and it's like, or you use something a different,
Yeah.
program,
And
and it's dumb.
it sucks because a lot of times at that point I'm like, oh, I'll just put my phone on the charger. But if I want to chat, I'm like, oh well,
Yeah,
if I'm
like, I
not-
think we
if I
had
have a
going
charger
for
next to me.
Stardew Valley. We were doing multiplayer Stardew Valley.
Yes.
We did it a few times, and yeah, that app, and then that app sort of kept cutting out and now shutting off.
Yeah,
So I didn't care for the app. I think, come on now, you knew online was coming. Why not find a way to implement?
put a
it?
microphone. In
Yeah,
there.
put a microphone on there. You got the headphone plug.
I don't even think the Switch Lite has a microphone.
I don't know. I hope they would adjust that.
I would hope so too, but I don't think
Who
they
knows?
did. Okay,
Alright,
so
do you have anything else negative to say about this?
well, not about the microphone in particular.
I'm just about the Switch in general. I mean, anything
Oh.
else negative to say about the Switch?
There's no Bluetooth.
Oh yeah.
Someone brought that up the other day. I was like,
I've not even thought about Bluetooth with that thing.
oh,
Yeah.
that's right. I can't have like. Well, I mean, I'm assuming it's got Bluetooth for the controllers,
Yeah, but not.
but you
for,
can't
like-
hook up your like headphones through it.
I didn't even think about Bluetooth on the Switch.
Yeah.
I mean,
Someone mentioned it, and I was like, I haven't actually tried using headphones with my Switch before, but yeah, why is that missing?
Wow. yeah, that's new news to me. That's crazy.
It's kind of
That's not
funny.
what I've
We've
ever
never
thought
actually done
about.
it before. No, I've always just plugged. I've only had wired headphones for the longest time. I just recently got Bluetooth ones, but
Yeah, I
you
did.
got
I just
the
picked
headphone
up-
jack, and you plug it in, but like there's
Yeah.
no Bluetooth.
I just
feature.
picked up a pair of wireless Bluetooth headphones, and they are amazing. I love them. Not the stupid
can't
iPad
use
thing.
it.
Not
Yeah.
the stupid eye plugs. No.
Now I do know someone came out with like a special mod that you can hook up to the aux port, but still, it's like well, that should be standard by now.
Yeah.
The other con I have that's always bothered me is the background themes.
Oh yeah.
Now,
yeah.
as far as I know, it's only in black and white. That's it.
I think there's another color you can switch.
you
to.
can. There's another color.
I think yeah. Go to the settings. See, I
I'm
think
going
there
to the
is
settings.
another setting on too. But yeah, like the PlayStation. I don't know. I don't know about the Xbox. I know the PlayStation. You can change your backgrounds. You can
Anything.
earn some through games. You can buy them, whatever. And there's a bunch of different things you can set it up as. Basic white and black. Yeah.
That's it.
You would think they'd be able to,
I got so excited when I saw that feature. Like, oh, you can change the background. I
and
went
it's
to
just
this.
black and white.
Yeah, so it was black and white. I'm like, all right, well that's there, so they'll come out with more eventually, right? And I would go to the store, right, and see that new feature's in the nothing. You can take like screenshots, and I was like try to see if you can put that as your background. Can't do that.
Yeah.
I'm like, why is this feature even here?
Yeah.
Like that's
yeah.
so
And
weird.
that screenshot button. I'm gonna tell you what, I've hit that on accident so many times. I'll have to go through and delete like all these freaking screenshots.
I didn't realize how many times I hit it until I went through my album recently, and I was like,
oh, well, that's why I have no space on my Switch. But yeah, the storage is small on there. It's not the greatest. Of course,
Yeah.
you got to buy an SD card added on there, and you get more space, depending on how
Yeah.
big of an SD card you want to buy.
On a console where they're trying to make you go more digital,
You would think it'd be a bigger space.
yeah, but they don't.
They
I
don't.
think was it 32 gigs,
Something like that, yeah.
which is not bad, but a big game. Grand Theft Auto 5,
Oh, that
was
wouldn't fit on there.
50 gigs,
That
50
wouldn't
plus
fit on
gigs.
there. That's why I usually stick more still digital. I mean, I if I could, I'd go digital all the time. I prefer digital. I like having the copy, or not. Yeah, I'm saying digital. Physical.
I know what you're saying.
Yeah, I prefer
like them?
physical. Of course, if I can go digital, I mean, some games I will, some smaller games, indie games, or if it's like on a sale. Like I picked up One Piece Pirate Warrior 3 Deluxe Edition. It's on sale right now for $12
Okay.
on the Switch. Online, on the store. $12. Bought it. Just because I love that game. I like that type of game.
I'll wait for you to get to the size. I was like,
Yeah, it is like. I wish I had. That's the game I'm downloading right now at home. So I didn't want to bring it because I was still downloading. But it is up there. It was a couple gigs.
okay.
I think like
yeah.
12.
I
12 gigs.
I have only a few games on my Switch that are digital.
Yeah.
And I ran out of space, so I want to go physical now.
Yeah,
I have a 128 gigabyte micro SD card.
Oh yeah.
So the fact that that's full and the 32 gigs is full, I'm like, yeah.
I think I have the original 32 and another 32. Maybe a 64. I think it's 32 gigabyte SD card I put in there. Just because that's what I sort of found
yeah.
around the house. Like, oh, cool, another thing. Cool, I'm gonna buy one. I'll throw this in. I had bought this cheapo 120 gig off of Wish.com. It lasted for a week.
Yeah, so the one that's currently in my Switch was in my phone,
Ooh.
and it was actually starting to kind of die off. So I'm waiting for all my games to disappear.
So this happened to me. I go click on a game to play, and it's like error. I was like, what? So like, oh man, that SD card that lasted a week. But I know a lot of the games though are pretty decent size. But then like got that Harvest Moon, Light of Hope special edition, and that's not even a gig.
So the plus side to all this, recently I was on Amazon. I don't remember if you saw my Facebook post, but I'm gonna put it out there. I saw 400 gigabyte for $40.
SD card.
SD card, micro SD card.
Well, I know what I'm buying myself here soon.
Yeah, I saw that and I was like, wow, that's big.
That is amazing.
And that's not a bad
And
price.
it's crazy to think, like, back in the day, I know they showed that, like, picture of, like, what 10 millibytes used to be, like, what held 10, like, megabytes of data at one point, and it was, like, the size of a bedroom, which we now have condensed into, like, it's, like, nothing. Like, that's
Yeah.
10 millibytes? What?
Get out of here.
That's like a speck of dirt. You know, now that what we can
Gigabytes.
put on it.
Terabytes.
I can't remember what. Yeah, terabyte. That's gonna be. Yeah, there's. I think they just released something that it was just like ridiculous
I know
amount.
phones are coming with terabytes now.
Yeah, there was no. They just released like a hard drive that was like the biggest one yet, and it's like I can't remember how big it was, but it was just obnoxious.
Petabyte? Maybe. That'd be really massive.
I'll have to whip the phone out and try and find it.
I know I was looking into hard drives for a bit, and they had a 16 terabyte hard drive that I was looking into. That'd be kind of cool for the Switch. It'd be cool if you can actually have an external hard drive hooked up to the dock. Can you do that?
I don't know. I mean, if you.
I've never tried, but
If you have a USB, if it's USB connected, you probably could.
But would the Switch see that as an external storage?
That I
for
don't know.
games?
Okay, well, there's
'Cause that'd be
16
cool.
terabyte hard drives out. I don't know. I think I saw something that was bigger, and it was like a big deal. But I guess Seagate has like 16 terabytes out.
Yeah.
But I thought I saw something that was sort of obnoxious and like crazy. That sounded super cool.
You probably did, and it's probably very exclusive.
Yeah, most likely.
Yeah, I wish Nintendo Switch had more space on it because it's definitely lacking,
Yeah.
and I don't think the light improved on that any.
I haven't looked too much into the light. That probably something we can touch up later on.
Nobody
Future-
actually talked about the space on the light, at least from the
Future-
reviews I was looking at.
Yeah, I think we could probably come back to the Switch in a future episode, getting a little more updated on like the newer Switch and the newer Switch Lite.
Yeah.
But
So what's another con to your
I mean,
Switch?
that was sort of my list.
That was your list. That's your list. That's all your cons.
I mean, like the multiplayer. Oh, well, we didn't talk about multiplayer, but that's more game related. I mean, Switch is good for you multiple people on a screen. That's great. The online.
The online, when you talked about multiplayer, the online has always been a con to me.
Yeah.
Is even though it's cheap, which I know you said was a pro.
Oh, no, I'm talking like multiplayer, not the
Well-
online stuff.
Right, but I'm just saying online
Okay.
for me is a con.
Oh, you don't like the online?
I do not like the online. I
I-
think it is very disgraceful.
See-
because okay, so
Okay, let's go through your cons first, and I'll hit you my. Wow, I think it's good.
Xbox during the 360 phase, I always thought it was kind of ridiculous that they were pricing it like because PlayStation 3 was free at the time.
Mhm.
360 they were priced. They had like I don't know what the monthly fee was, but they had a monthly
It's
fee.
for like 10 or something around there.
But they got away with it because the online experience was amazing. They had a lot of the features that were mentioned that the Switch is lacking.
Mhm.
Right. Then the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One came out, and they have their online things, and they got deals always going on. PlayStation Plus, I know in particular,
Oh,
they
yeah.
have like free games that they showcase just
Yeah.
for you being a subscriber.
You get
to
the free
online
games you get to
service.
play. The
You
thing
get-
is, like, if you lose your subscription, you lose the games. I mean, you still get it back if you get your subscription back, but if you're
Yes,
not a
and-
PlayStation
well, actually,
Plus,
no,
if you're not a PlayStation Plus member, you can't play those games.
unless you claim it. Yeah, so you click on it, you add to your library. You don't even have to install it. You click on it, you add to your library, and it's yours for life.
Yeah, but you can't. But if you're not a PlayStation Plus member, you can't play it.
Yeah, you can.
No.
I haven't been a PlayStation member since forever.
See, I've all the games I have that are PlayStation Plus games I got from the PlayStation
See,
Plus.
this is what's hard because the wifey keeps a subscription, and I can't tell if it's me or her. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it only requires for one of us to be a subscriber.
Let's see.
But I do know.
All my games that I have that I like play from the subscription that I had back in the day, I can't play
Okay,
because I'm not a Plus member.
maybe I'm getting it from the wifey subscription
It
then.
must be.
But the other thing is, I mean, you can buy games for cheap, like the special like plus sales.
oh yeah, they do give you like the sales and stuff.
And that's something like I was waiting for Nintendo to do. Like, why is it not? Why am I paying online for basically classic games?
Yeah.
and to play online with friends, but you don't voice chat or streaming. Why am I paying for online? Like, I don't even get deals,
Yeah.
even though it's cheap. I just
That's my
there's
thing,
something that I wish that they kind of gave me a little something to make me want to say, okay, I'm getting my money's worth out of it. But for the classic games, I don't really care too much for. That's not why I got the online subscription. I basically got it just to play with you guys online.
Yeah. Okay, so I understand that point.
Yeah.
But at the same time, my thing is like, okay, yeah, the price. You can't beat that price.
Yeah, no.
It's like what, like $30 for 8 people for a year?
But
That's a family
This
plan?
online thing was free for a year,
Yeah.
and it hasn't changed. And that's why I was waiting for. Like, oh, if they're gonna pay me, they're gonna make me to pay. They're gonna like probably put something in there, gonna make it worth it. But
I was like,
they just gave me the classic games.
Well, they're shooting out the NES and Super Nintendo games free if you're the online.
Right.
You get that Tetris 99, which is.
It was fun.
Good.
I played it a few times. But
I played it for a while. Got hooked on there for a little bit. I know they do have a couple extra things. Like there was a Smash Bros. Download you can get.
Oh, was there?
Yep.
Okay.
Which is, I mean, Smash Bros. Is its own little thing.
I guess I was really waiting for the sales. I was waiting for that
I
special
know-
online subscriber sale.
I was talking to George about some stuff that they were coming out with for it before at one point. I was talking with a friend about it too, and I can't remember what it was. It's stuff that they were working on to add to the online. I don't think they're done with the online. I think they will
No.
eventually slowly add more
But
stuff.
I think that's the issue. Is they're
But-
being really slow about it.
They are, and like they even said on a official conference thing, like the NES and Super NES games, they're not coming out at any specific like period. They're just whenever they throw them out, they throw them out.
Yeah.
It's not gonna be like monthly or bi-monthly. It's gonna be, yeah, here it is.
So transition into pros. You like the online.
I think it's great because I mean the price is cheap. I mean, yeah, we got the things we talked about, the negatives like the voice chat and all that. But I mean, you play Smash Bros. And well, Smash Bros. Is a negative on the multiplayer online, in my opinion. Just because it's that game personally, because the way they have it set up, you can't just
Glitchy.
get a match with a friend. You have to go through all these different loops to get into a. You got to create a thing, and you can only do like just fight each other. You can't do like a, hey, let's do this together. It's
Split screen with friends online. I remember being a pain in the butt. I don't think you can do that.
they won't let you mess with that.
Which is,
But
I
like
mean,
the other
that's a game
multiplayer
specific thing.
Yeah, being able to play online with friends like that, it's great. It's cheap. Something like if I want to do Stardew Valley, I don't know if Stardew Valley on the PlayStation requires PS Plus subscription.
I don't know.
But like if it did, I mean, I'd pay $15 to play Stardew Valley with you guys, but I could do it on the Switch for a couple
I think
bucks.
the thing for me is, I've been really big into playing on the PC.
Yeah,
And you own the game, you play it online for free. You don't have to do any extra like subscription stuff.
yeah, all these consoles, you have to.
Yeah.
But I mean, it comes down to it. Switch Online's cheap. You get the free classic games. I count them as a plus, just because it's more nostalgia. You weren't into those. You weren't too big in those games.
Right, and that I remember you meant
Those are nostalgia. I mean, playing like the first Zelda game. Playing Link to the Past.
Yeah.
The Mario's.
I don't know. I was
The
listening to a couple
Metroids?
people. A lot of people say the same thing. Like, well, it's cheap. It's not bad. I'm like, well, to me, I wish I had more, but
I think they're coming out with some more stuff for it. I mean, we'll just have to see what the future
I
brings
hope
with
so.
that.
I when they came out with the SNES, I was like, all right.
I
So we're
was
starting
hyped.
to step up the game here.
Like
Now
I
give
said,
me some N64,
Oh,
and
they
then I
do-
might be okay with
I'd buy
this.
this. I'd buy it. I'd buy the N64 emulator. If they put a price on that, I'd buy it.
Even if they make it free for the online, I'd be like, okay, this is a good deal now. This is a
Yeah.
real good deal.
The other good thing is though the games, just in general, the Switch games. Yeah, and Nintendo games on the Switch.
Yeah.
They are amazing. I mean, I know Breath of the Wild was on the Wii U, but I mean it's on the Switch. That's where I played it. Blew my mind. Mario Odyssey.
So I didn't quite get into Mario Odyssey, but Breath of the Wild is pretty awesome.
Yeah.
I did have I have binge spend on like the Switch games. I recently bought Monopoly. Just small games that I could like just casually play. I tried Civ 6, which is lacking a lot of areas on the Switch, but it's still kind of like good fun.
I'm trying to think of like Nintendo specific games.
Well, I don't know if you can. I mean,
Well-
I know you can get Monopoly in other games, but this one I think is a Switch version only.
Okay.
I don't know. I was my brother was really into Monopoly, and I was like, man, I want to play some Monopoly. So I got it for the Switch, and it was the only version I actually have. I think I have a board game, but I don't ever touch it.
I know you talked about you didn't really care for the Pokemon Let's Go
No,
Pikachu or Eevee, but
I know they're coming out with the new one,
great. They got
and
Sword and Shield coming out soon.
I've been hesitant on it. I'm not sure if I want.
I
But it looks like
Do and
fun,
don't.
so I'll probably just wait until it comes out.
I'll probably
and see
wait a
if
little
it
bit
works.
to the reviews as well. It's definitely one on my list that I'm watching. Luigi's Mansion 3,
Yeah.
like that.
That
That's
I
I've
have
heard
it
tons of great
pre-ordered.
reviews on that. Oh, nice.
I was like, I want
Um,
to play it so badly.
I know a lot of people will be sort of indifferent with this one with the Zelda Link's Awakening remake.
Yes, the wifey was playing that. I have yet to try it, but it
now-
looked like fun. So a lot
Is
of
it worth the money? No.
No?
Yes and no.
Okay.
It is for the nostalgia.
Okay.
Like that's my favorite Zelda game of all time. Back in the Game Boy era, that's when that came out and that was on. Like I loved it. It was like it's like a 15-hour game.
So
And when I buy games, I like to measure like, okay, if I'm gonna drop $60 on a game, I sort of like to envision, okay, I'm gonna at least get like $2 per hour on a game. So like a 30-hour game is worth $60 to me.
fair enough.
Anything over 30 hours is worth $60. That's how I sort of imagine. If I can get at least $30 or 30 hours out of a $60 game, that's great. That's
I
how
was measured by the content in it.
Well, I mean, wait, if you got like enough content to last you, you know, that's I
Well, yeah.
content-
Well, so
I sort of
one of the games that I know is coming out for the Switch recently, so this kind of ties in. Overwatch. I never felt like it had enough content per se. Like it's good fun, but I always thought $60. I was like, nah. It's like $40 maybe. I was like, I'll pay $30 for that kind of game, maybe 20.
I played a
Maybe 30.
free run
I'm
on
cheap.
that before. I haven't bought it. I've played Paladins, which is like the free version,
Yes.
and I've got a buddy who plays it like crazy, and he's really good at it. We used to play all the time. I haven't played it in forever. It's on the Switch. I didn't actually play it to see if it works because I did not remember my password.
Oh no.
So
Yeah, so maybe like I could play. I've played Overwatch for a lot of hours, but like if it has a lot of content, then I would justify the price.
yeah,
But like originally, because like I don't know how long I'm gonna play it for,
yeah.
so I'm like, does it have enough in there for me to want to spend this much?
So yeah, I get that. I like to do it by if I can throw like 30, like if a game takes me 30 hours plus, I mean that's a good game.
So you feel good about it afterwards, like,
Yeah.
all right, this is goodbye.
Unless it's got enough content in it that a short game will work,
Yeah.
Then of course you got your party games, which it's like Overcooked. That was like a $20 game, but
Yeah.
that's something. When you play it, you're not gonna play it every day, but when you play it with your friends and stuff,
Good fun.
It's fun.
Good fun.
But yeah, with that Zelda game, it was more nostalgia than anything, and the fact
So
that
you're
it was like a perfect remake.
So probably buy it if it was on sale.
I mean, I bought it full price, but yeah,
Well, I mean, like
if
you're
it's-
recommending.
yeah, I would definitely recommend it if you've played the original.
I bought it
before.
full price as well. I haven't played it though. I know the wifey.
It
really
is a
wanted
short
so-
game. They did add some extra stuff, but it's basically an official, like 100% remaster, remake. Like, it's great.
Gotcha. Yeah, I haven't really played
Got
too many
Animal
Nintendo
Crossing coming out
exclusive
in
games.
March,
Yeah, I know.
and I'm excited for that.
This
See
next
what they
year, there's a
do.
lot of games coming out.
Oh yeah. I haven't played the Kirby yet, but they got that Kirby game. I played a demo and it was pretty fun. Not the
You're
little
talking about a
free
newer
one.
one.
Yeah, the actual game, not the little free game they came out with, but the actual. I can't remember the name of it, but it was fun. We got Yoshi, Crafted World. Wife loves it. That's a blast.
Have you tried Mario Maker?
I have not. I've been wanting to, but yeah, I heard that's a pretty good one.
Yeah. I haven't tried it either, but I keep seeing gameplay. I'm like, maybe I should get
I
that.
think with on the Link's Awakening, they added a thing in the Graveyard Guide, which is basically sort of like a build your own Zelda dungeon. So I think they may be hinting at trying to get out of maybe that's sort of like
Zelda dungeon
let's
thing.
see how this looks, maybe a Zelda dungeon builder game, which I think would be pretty cool.
Which they did that with. What was it? There's like a Minecraft game that recently came out. Dragon Quest. Was it Dragon Quest that they came out with like a Minecraft version?
Oh, they did the 16 or yeah, the 8 whatever bit version.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dragon
Where
Quest
you
did
kind
that.
of go and you build a little bit.
Dragon Quest Builders one.
Yeah.
I loved one. I first played Builders 1 on the Switch. I loved it. I bought it on the PlayStation. And they have the second one that's coming out here shortly, which looks like it's multiplayer. Looks
It's
pretty
hard
cool.
to talk about Switch exclusive games because they're coming out with a lot of indies, which is actually good.
Yeah, and actually, the Switch is great for indie games.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
actually kind of one of the big reasons why I love my Switch is because I had a lot of indie games on the PC, but I'm not going to be in front of the PC all the time.
Yeah,
So it's nice to be able to like pull out my Switch
got
and
like the
play those
Stardew
games
Valley
that I
on
really
the Switch.
love.
That's great on the Switch. I think
Yeah.
it's like pretty handheld, like perfect. I think the Switch, like Stardew Valley, is perfect on the Switch.
Yeah.
All right, I got a few pretty good indie games. Wargrove, which is like a what's that old game? Oh gosh, what is it? Brain fart.
Like, I have no clue. You said Wargrove?
That's the game I bought. It is like a advanced tactics, advanced
Like an RTS kind of thing. Going
something.
on? He's looking it
I'm
up.
like, I gotta look this up real quick.
Yeah, like I haven't really played
And it's
Nintendo
from
exclusive
Chucklefish.
games.
It's Chucklefish too, which is like from Stardew Valley people.
I had my game somewhere. Oh, I don't know where it went.
Advanced Wars.
Advanced Wars.
Your Game Boy Advance Wars, Game Boy Advance, I think, where you got your little armies, you set them out.
I picture it. I don't think I ever played it, but I'm pretty sure I've seen the gameplay of it, and I was kind of debating about it.
But I loved it. It's fun. It was a short game, but it's definitely fun.
I'm trying to think what's something I've been really addicted to lately. Silly Minecraft for that.
Yeah, Minecraft. That's probably pretty good on the Switch. I don't own it on the Switch, but
What's really nice is the cross-platform play.
yeah,
I wish games would be more cross-platform play.
I think they're starting to get more into that.
They are.
I think
Unless
Sony's
PlayStation's
finally
involved.
Sony's finally sort of cutting the ties and letting it sort of stretch
There's a
out
few
across
things,
platform. Yeah, they're testing the water. I think when the PS5 comes out, it'll be full
That
cross
would be
platform.
nice. But
Because
yeah,
they're definitely talking more and more of being cross-platform. Because everybody's cross-platform now. Xbox, Nintendo, they're all getting there.
that was a big issue because my brother, he's really big into PlayStation.
Mhm.
And I cannot get him to move over to another console.
Yeah.
So Minecraft is really cool because like that's one of those few games that actually cross platforms play with PlayStation. So we'll get on there. He'll be on his PlayStation. I'll be on my Switch. We can sit there and play together. It's whatever.
Yeah.
Don't have to worry about. Oh well, sorry man, you got to get it on this console because I have it on this console.
Yeah. Yeah, cross-platform is going to be great once everybody gets in on that.
Yeah, maybe recently I actually finally bought like the mods for it. Never
Oh,
did
yeah.
it before until like last month, so I was like, wow, this is actually kind of cool.
Yeah, I know they got a lot of stuff on there. I haven't really messed
They're kind of expensive.
with. Oh, yeah, it's pricey.
Because like I was always into the Java part, and those were always free.
Yeah. Then they go ahead and Microsoft buys it and everything's all. It took me forever to get back to my Minecraft account because I bought it back in the Java days, and then like I haven't played it since. And then trying to get back into it with the Microsoft, I had to go through so many loops
Yeah,
to get my account back and to get back into Minecraft.
Minecraft just fits so well like in the Switch platform.
Yeah, I haven't played it on the Switch yet, but I can see it be perfect. Yeah,
Yeah.
like it just you can handheld it pretty easily.
I tried to do it on my phone. I was like, the touchscreen controls I didn't really care for.
Yeah,
But actually having the controller and being portable, I was like, all right, this is good, casual, fun. Like you can just turn it off, and you don't have to worry about like being like in a competitive match.
yeah,
So it's like great for like on the plane or something. Kind of want to get some like Sudoku or something. I know it's like kind of lame, but I do want more casual stuff just for whatever.
yeah.
Just because like I don't always want to kill my phone battery. So like if I had to kill the phone, the Switch, it's whatever.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
So speaking
the
of
Switch
games on the
battery is
Switch, okay, the DS had a pen,
Mhm.
and I thought about it recently. I was like, I wonder if the Switch would have been better if it had a pen.
I think I saw something they actually have pens for the Switch. Are they
Really?
going to be coming out with pens for the Switch?
Because I remember on the DS they had Brain Age, and I remember the people who got the little pen, they'd tap and do their thing. And I was like, man,
Yeah.
like I wish that game was on the Switch. But then I realized they didn't have a pen on the Switch. Like, oh, that's weird. That's right, they don't have a pen.
I think I saw something about them, like someone made one, or they're
That'd be really good.
are gonna
Oh.
be.
It's probably for the Mario Maker.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I swear I saw something about them making the Switch compatible with pens. I'm not 100% sure though. That'd be something
I can imagine that.
Yeah.
And if it works on your finger, I'm sure they have a special pen for that too.
Yeah, he just finger tight. Yeah, so it should be able to work.
Yeah, I haven't played any exclusive games in a recent. I think Mario Odyssey was the last one.
Yeah, I just think Nintendo's got that name. They got those characters. Everybody knows Zelda, Mario, Kirby, Yoshi, Donkey Kong, and they're gonna keep building those games, and everybody's still gonna buy it because of those games, and they're just getting better and better with those games.
Oh yeah,
Like, I don't know. I love Mario Odyssey. Like, I think that's just
like even Smash Brothers. Like I thought it was I thought it would probably die off by now. No, this new one was pretty amazing.
Yeah, no, they're. And they got the new Animal Crossing coming out in March. I'm excited for that. I got that.
Yeah.
Going to be set for pre-order. They got all these new titles coming out. It's not just ports and remakes. Like everybody else has sort of been doing, just trying to get more ports and remakes. They're throwing ports and remakes, but they're also keeping their new games out and they're keeping it updated.
You played new Spyro or Crash on the Switch?
Oh, not on the Switch.
Oh, okay.
I got it on the PlayStation. I got the Spyro on the PlayStation.
So I have both of them on the PlayStation, and I got them on the Switch, and they're pretty good. Yeah, I will say the graphics are not as crisp and clean.
Mm-hmm.
Like I could definitely tell, especially on the big screen. I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, I would like go on my deployments and I would download PlayStation emulator, and I'd put like the classic games on there, and Spyro and Crash was always the ones I'd played in my deployment. So it was so much fun to have it on a Switch.
Speaking of those games, the Humble Bundle Monthly. Do you know what that is? It's for the PC.
I heard of it.
Humble Buddy Monthly. You pay like $12 a month. You get like a bunch of games.
Is this an ad?
It's not. Unless they want to. But right now they have the 3 main games for their month. This month is the Spyro and Crash remakes, and Call of Duty.
Oh,
something.
I have heard of this. Wait, where's it at?
HumbleBundle.com.
Okay.
And they do. This is a place. I get a lot of PC games from there because they get you a bundle like.
They do Switch games?
No.
Oh,
I don't think so.
PC games.
I think it's just PC. I mean, they may. I think they do. I think it's just.
That'd be kind of cool.
Humble
Bundle for Switch.
I know they do I think they have like ebooks and stuff. They bundles for ebooks. I think they have PlayStation ones and Xbox ones here and there. So they may be able to do Switch in the future. I'm not 100% sure on this. I only look for the PC games. Gotcha. But their Humble Bundle monthly, it's like a $12 a month. You get all these games for your PC. Well, I say currently they got the Spyro and the Crash Bandicoot and a Call of Duty game.
And that's what you got.
It's like $12 a month. I haven't bought it.
I haven't got that one. Okay.
It's like a monthly thing. I've been debating.
You're like, right, baby. So one of the things that I recently did, talking about like getting stuff like through websites and stuff. Have you ever heard of Dungeon Defenders?
Maybe.
They have a new version coming out. It's basically like you build up towers and you defend your crystal from monsters that are gonna go through.
Yeah.
I love the crap out of the first one, and then the second one was kind of hit or miss. Like I liked it, and then they came out with some updates and it kind of fixed a lot of the things that I kind of was like, eh. But they're coming out with a new version that seems to be more geared towards how the first one was, which is pretty awesome. And you can buy it through a website. That's like a Kickstarter thing. But I recently did that, so I bought it for the Switch. I'm waiting for the codes to come in. So I'm not sure how that's going to work, though, because I've never actually gotten codes and actually put it in the Switch, but I guess that's going to be a thing.
Yeah, I have. I don't... I've done it through... I got the wife, and I bought Stardew Valley for her. I got a code off Target.com.
Oh, really?
And it delivered in, not even less than an hour.
Okay.
And then you just put the code in, you go down to the redeem code, type it in.
It's kind of cool that they do that.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's not a big issue. Nice, simple, easy, boom, bang, done.
I wonder if that'll become a problem later.
I don't know.
Because I know recently, was it? There's G2A that had issues
Yeah, they are pretty iffy.
where they had a lot of illegal codes and stuff. So I wonder if like Nintendo at some point will have that kind of issue too.
I don't know. Oh, I just want to say like Humble Bundle. A lot of that money goes to charities. Like when you buy your stuff, like when you buy like just a regular bundle, not the monthly bundle,
Yeah.
you get to choose how much goes to like different
Oh.
charities or putting like more games
kinda
on their
cool.
thing for like more games to choose, this and that. Not to like sort of plug something that's not. Hope maybe they'll
So
sponsor us or something.
you're gonna try this thing out, aren't you?
Oh, sorry.
Oh, you're good.
Yeah, I mean, I was debating. I had a friend who did it, and he loved it. And he'd send me some of the codes. Like he already had the game. He's like, oh hey, I had another copy of this game if you want it. Oh, cool.
Well, yeah, give me that thing. I want that. I'm trying to figure out if they actually have Switch games.
I don't know.
Because I'm curious now because you're selling me on it. I was like, oh man, if they have actually Switch games, that'd be great.
Yeah, but yeah, I know that G2A was going through a lot of stuff. They were getting a lot of under fire for the stuff they were doing. I bought some stuff off of there. I bought a game off there, and it didn't work.
Really? Oh,
Yeah.
really?
That's the last time. I mean, it was cheap. It was like $3. So, but that was the last time I used them. When I bought a game off them and it didn't work. I had some decent experiences with them, but yeah, I had that one experience. I was like, nope, not done.
No, they do.
Not doing that again.
So Humble Bundle seems to be more PC directed
Yeah,
at the moment.
but you can get like they get you,
But,
like,
they can
ebooks
get
and
some
stuff.
like iPhone and Android too.
Yeah. Now there was one I was looking at. I almost bought that too. One of their bundles. It was a bunch of different RPG, like tabletop RPG games. Like some Dungeons and some D&D books, some other
That's what
different
I'm
type of tabletop type games, books and stuff.
Yeah.
All digital and everything. I was close.
So for the future
I
of
like
the Switch,
doing more.
go ahead.
I like doing more homebrew stuff, but yeah, future of the Switch.
For the future Switch, what would you like to see on it?
I like to see streaming abilities for like Twitch and
So
stuff.
fixing bait. Okay.
Make it so that I can stream my gaming. Get voice chat in there. Come on, like you can do it. Add the voice chat. I don't want to have to go through like 3 different apps to talk to my friends while playing online. You don't have that many games where you really do that. But
Yeah.
I can also understand sort of the reasoning. It's Nintendo. Nintendo's a family. Thinking about it now, like we were talking about PlayStation stuff. Thinking about it, Nintendo's more of a family name, gaming system.
Yeah.
I
They've
can
always
understand
been
why
kinda
they
that
sort
way.
of want to not have like the voice chat and the mics because
All them little kids
people
could say
online. Yeah. So I think now I sort of see why they haven't added the voice, but come on, you can add parental blocks and stuff. Add the voice chat. Up the graphics, you can do it. With the newer models, hopefully
So-
they have.
One of the things I always wanted to see was a pro model.
Mm.
So like I don't know, so looking at my Nintendo Switch, right? I always thought it was kind of interesting that they had like these little notches on the bottom of the screen. I was like, oh, maybe you can like switch out the screen one of these days, or
Add some,
like less black border or something. But yeah, when they came out with the light, I was a little disappointed because I thought they were gonna come out with the pro version. I was like, man,
that would be cool.
Nintendo come out with the pro version.
Ooh.
That'd be so cool.
One more thing I want to touch up on the Switch.
Oh, okay.
Before we sort of quit this, have you looked at all into the Labo? Yeah, the Switch Labo stuff. It's that cardboard
Oh
stuff you
yeah,
make.
I was like, that sounds familiar. And
Yeah,
then
it's all that cardboard stuff you make. You add it to controllers and stuff, which it's expensive, but like I heard it's pretty fun. Just like a bunch of mini games you can do with like the stuff you create. I heard the cardboard sort of sucks and dies out, but you can sort of fix that your
it's
own.
cardboard. So.
Yeah. But like they have a VR one. So where you make your little goggles and stuff, and
Oh, so it's
so then you got all these
it's a
different-
Google Cardboard.
Yeah, but then you got all these cool little like mini games you do with the VR. And I heard I need to try it out. I got to try it out or watch some videos on it, which is hard to watch videos on VR stuff. But they have it to where like the Mario Odyssey and the Breath of the Wild, you can do stuff in it in VR. I don't know if you can actually play the game or if it's like mini games based off of those games. But they have like VR stuff related to those games, and they have like that little VR kit though. And there's some fun VR mini games. I've heard good things about it. Haven't tried it myself. I would definitely like to see that. And I would definitely like to see the Switch also take a more step into VR.
Yes. Especially with it being portable.
Yeah, that small little screen. You
Put
can
little
make a little
gyro sensors in there. or
make a little
something.
headset thing that you just plug your Switch into.
We-
You know,
Your
got those
gesture on your head. I couldn't help but think of like you putting on a hat, just bloop.
little goggles, you know. And then you take the Joy-Cons out, you have them as your controls. Like you already have the motion controls.
Yeah, that's true.
Set up the thing for a little head.
I like where your
That'd
head's
be. I
going.
think it'd be a great setup for some VR stuff right there.
Huh. I haven't actually thought of Nintendo in the VR sector, but that would be kind of interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be interesting. I personally, oh man, yeah, like it'll get Nintendo like if they get like into like a pro scheme, like they can add like a whole VR side. I know there's a lot of things in the console that we both have not really tried out. Like you're talking about the Labo thing.
Yeah.
I've never tried out Labo. I've seen videos of it, and I mean, you said it's kind of expensive for cardboard.
Like $60. You get the games and stuff. You get the cardboard. It's like $60-$80 for it. But
Yeah.
I know people. I know a friend who used it. He loved it.
Yeah.
You know, it's meant much more for kids. But I mean, come on, aren't we all
kinda-
just kids in heart?
I wonder how much more, because like I honestly I completely forgot about that. So it kind of makes you wonder like what else have I forgotten that Nintendo actually offers.
Yeah, that's.
I know like they
so much
had
stuff going on
the
with all these other systems.
amiibos. I
Yeah.
don't use the amiibos. I have a few, but I've never actually.
Yeah, I know.
pull
they just
them out
add,
and
like
actually
little
use
extras.
them.
I know, like for Breath of the Wild, a few of them added some more extra dungeons.
Yeah.
And stuff. I always thought they were more or less just like, give you like new skins or let you play as like, new costumes in your games. I don't know.
The stuff like that is like I wonder like how much we're forgetting about like if we actually remember these things, if it actually make the Switch a lot better.
Yeah, I mean that's like I said, we could probably come back to the Switch again with
After
more
trying
stuff.
some Labo.
Yeah,
and some
after some
Amiibos.
new stuff.
I will say the Amiibos did do a few things on Smash Brothers.
Yeah.
That was kind of cool. I don't remember exactly. Like it depends on the Amiibo you're putting on. I think I got like
Yeah.
Ganondorf on one of them.
I bought like those little cards off of Wish.com for super cheap. So I got a bunch of little cards that you could do some stuff with. Most of it was for like Mario Odyssey. You got like new costumes in Mario Odyssey. But
I think maybe for the next podcast we should do like talk about like our dream Switch. Or dream console or something.
Ideal console. Our
Like
ideal gaming.
As a kid, I would actually design out like the next generation of console.
Oh yeah.
So I'd be like, oh, this is what this console would look like next generation. And I'd draw it out, and then I'd write down all the features that were in it.
Oh.
And it was always cool to
Yeah.
see the next console come out and see how far off I was.
They stole that from me.
I thought of that first.
Yeah.
Dang
They're always
it.
listening. They're stealing our stuff. I don't know. We probably should. We should, unless we trademark every little thing we say. Like, if it's gonna have a white stripe, I trademark stripes and consoles.
That'd be cool though, like just see like what our different ideas is, because I know people talk about like kind of stuff for like phones, like what's my dream phone.
Yeah.
So I wonder,
All right.
what kind of stuff we can come up with, like a dream console or a dream Switch.
It's
or
gonna be a
something.
little carry-out box, little thing like credit card size that I can carry. Yeah, I press it like you press down in a certain spot and it turns into like a full VR get up.
Yeah. Well, this has been the Brothers by Law podcast, our first ever. This should be fun to edit later.
Oh yeah. I think how we're gonna start putting up on Facebook once we get done edited. Or on Facebook, we'll get that created.
I know we talked about possibly YouTube.
Yeah, potentially
So-
YouTube, definitely Facebook, and if we get the website up and the website, I guess we can just edit that in once we actually get all that stuff, our set up for
Yeah.
people listening.
And maybe we'll do they do a Discord kind of podcast versions too?
I don't know.
I know a buddy of mine, he posts a lot of his podcast stuff on Discord, but I don't know if that's like normal.
Yeah, I know. Like we'll like eventually get it on like Spotify or iTunes, and then on our website. Once we
Yeah.
get that up, probably link stuff on Facebook.
So-
set up to YouTube. We can throw it on YouTube so we can listen to it there.
So this podcast is going to be on Facebook to start with, and we'll post links in the description of where else you can find it as we go about this.
And we'll have a better understanding of how to do all this in the next few episodes.
Yeah, well,
So-
I can just see it now. We'll go back and listen to it. I'm like, oh,
I'm gonna cry
man.
about this episode.
this episode is cringy.
It's
Oh.
the first one. It's like the intro and the first episode all in one.
Yeah, and we don't even have a real studio. It's just kind of out in the middle of a room.
So,
That's all echoey.
thanks for listening.
Yeah, thank you for listening, and we'll catch you guys out in the next one.
All right.